Hi, this is Jill Varvel with the DixieCast podcast. Today I'm at Richard's Market here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I am going to interview Richard and take you on a little tour of this market. I first discovered Richard's about a month ago when I was on a hunt for some deli meat and discovered that there's a meat market here in Fayetteville and thought to check it out. And upon entry, I was very delighted to find that there's not just deli meat here, but there's a very vast and expansive meat counter, seafood, produce, take and bake pizza, homemade bread items, desserts like homemade pies, homemade quiches, take and bake items like for dinner, for lunch that are frozen that you could just take home and pop in the oven. And a whole host of specialty items like spices and seasonings. So I was really enchanted with this little market because, first of all, it reminds me of a little very similar deli that I used to go with my mom growing up in another state, and just kind of thought that over the years, little places like this have kind of gone away. And was really happy to find that not only Richard's Market exists here, right here in Fayetteville, but it has such a long history. So join me today as I interview Richard and take you for a tour around Richard's Country Market here in Fayetteville.
So we're here today with Richard McGinnis from Richard's Market here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And Richard, I want to thank you for joining me today. And if you'd like to just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Raised out in Tawny Town. Started cut meat when I was 16. I'm 67 now, so I've been at it for a while.
So have you had a background in grocery or any kind of similar industry? I know you mentioned you were cutting meat.
I started when I was 16 and worked in grocery stores until 30 years ago when we bought the shop.
Okay. And I understand y'all have been open for 30 years now. What motivated you to open up Richard's Market?
It was an existing business that we bought, and I have to credit my wife for it. She pushed me and pushed me. She has her own business, and she said, "You will regret if you don't buy your own business. You're going to love it so much more than what working for someone else." And she was right.
So 30 years, that's a while. How has the business changed over the years?
It's changed a lot, but on the same token, it hasn't changed that much. Our variety, with the way things are done now, we're able to have better variety. As the population in Northwest Arkansas grew too, it allowed us to carry more product too, because we don't have, when we first opened 30 years ago, we had just some small cases, and it's kind of grown into this big mess right here now. And it's been, it just, the more traffic you have come through, the better selection you can have.
Yeah, you have like this vast array of meats, take and bakes, pre-made food, produce. How many people does it take to have all this available?
We have 14 on the schedule, 14 people on the schedule.
Okay. And how would you describe your clientele? Are you primarily catered to individuals, restaurants?
It's 95% of our business is individuals. We have a little bit of restaurant business, not much, not hardly at all. Okay. So we go from we covered all classes. It doesn't make any difference. We have our bundles that we sell. We sell a lot of those. We have steaks. We have roast. It's just about, we worked real hard at making ourselves an everyday meat shop. When we bought the shop 30 years ago, we were a special event business. People came in if they had somebody special coming over for dinner or the holidays like that. And we worked real hard to convince people that even if you just need a pound of hamburger meat, you come here to buy a pound of hamburger. And we've done a pretty good job of that.
Well, I can see that. I mean, with like these pies, and you have a lot of ready-made meals. Wow, I mean, I could really like bake it, being like a great cook if I just came over here.
Well, we have a lot of people that tell me they do that. But, you know, a few years ago, I guess Chris would be able to tell us, but 10, 11 years ago, we put a kitchen in the back, and we started doing the food to go. And the reason we did that was years ago, someone had said that a meat department in a grocery store wasn't competing with another meat department. It was getting to where they were competing with the frozen food section in their store. People wanted the convenience in that, and I knew that was the direction everybody was going, was the convenience of meals. So that's where all the food to go, all the desserts and that came from, was to try to get that business, keep that business coming in here instead of going someplace else to get it.
That is so forward thinking. I mean, just for a business of this size, just there's so much available here. I'm especially appreciative of your produce, just having such a large variety, and a lot of really good quality produce. Does that come like from local, or do you just kind of have the produce coming from all over?
No, we sell some local produce when we can get it. We have some of our lettuces and stuff comes from Ozark all season down in Winslow. During the summertime, we'll sell local tomatoes. We'll sell local corn when we get it. But our produce company that we use does a good job of carrying Arkansas produce when they get it.
Nice.
And so, you know, they'll call me and say, "Hey, we got some beans today that's local." Or so, like in the summertime, they do that a lot. Wintertime, we're just kind of you sell what you get, which is the lettuce right now.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of hard to come by, so good on you. So what is the best part about Richard's Market in your opinion, and what are some of your challenges?
The best part about the market is working with my son and my granddaughter. We got 3 generations now, and it's pretty great. It's great.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to push me out the door, saying, "Grandpa, it's time for you to retire." But I told them they couldn't make me leave.
Right. Yeah. I understand that. And how about some of the challenges? I'm sure like the lockdowns and all of that, you know, last 3 years has probably had a role, maybe not.
Oh, yeah. COVID was something else, trying to make it safe for customers to come in. We went to a program of we only let 5 customers in the shop at a time, which created headaches. We also put in curbside, which we had no idea how to do it. And Chris and Audrey figured it out, and it's here to stay. We still have a lot of people who do curbside. Ordering, you know, I refuse to just talk to my 2 or 3 main suppliers, and when they say they didn't have something, just say, "Okay, we're out." We added a couple more places that we bought stuff from, and we managed to get through COVID without being out of anything. And it was hard on my brain.
Sure.
Because instead of ordering twice a week just to cover the week, we were ordering, when I had the ability to get the product, we're ordering 2 and 3 weeks out. And then you got to say, "Okay, I got it ordered. Now we got to sell it," you know.
Right.
But
Well, omniscience helps.
so it all of that, we did some adjusting. We started closing on Monday also. We were always closed on Sunday anyway, but we're closed Sunday and Monday now, and that was something that was caused by COVID that, as Chris and I say, will never go away.
Yeah.
We haven't had 2 days off in a row in forever. And now we do. It's easier to write a schedule. If you work here, you work every day. I mean, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Unless you're in school. We have a lot of kids that go to school. Stuff like that. But
Yeah. Wow. So, what about, what is your best-selling item?
our steaks are our best-selling items. We sell more steaks than we do anything. And hamburgers getting to where it's pushing it too. But like today, we'll sell a lot of hamburger today, but like the beef tenderloins that he's cutting right there, we sell a lot of fillets, ribeyes,
Okay.
strips.
Okay. And what are some of your favorite items available here? I notice you have pizza. Like, I'm going to have to try that.
Yes, we do have pizza. We sell a lot of those. My favorite item is probably a ribeye. I like it better than I do any of them.
Sure.
So
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. And so, how could people learn more about Richard's? Do you have a website?
we have a website. We have we're on Instagram and Facebook, and we have a website which Audrey's taking care of that for us now. So so she's doing a good job with that. So
Very good. Well, I just want to thank you so much for joining me today and for sharing all of this information about your great market. And did you have any parting thoughts that you'd like anyone to know about, hours maybe? Or
we're open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 6, and we don't encourage it, but people have learned that they can call ahead and order. Well, Chris, a lot like this next week is going to be Easter week, so Chris is going to be on the phone most of the day, most of the time next week taking orders, and they don't have to. They can call the order in. They can do it curbside. They can come in and pick it up. We've had people say, yeah, I'm going to give you my credit card, run it, but I think I'm going to come in to get it because I want to walk through the shop.
Yeah.
And we go, okay, so that's fine. So we don't have any rules about that. Just come in and get what you want. But it's no problem at all to do stuff ahead for. And I want people to know we just because you don't see it in the case doesn't mean you can't get it. Our steaks, if you want a thicker steak or a thinner steak, we'll cut you whatever you want. I'd say today, 25% of our steaks that we sell today, we will special cut. They'll come in and see that and go, hey, I want you to cut me something just a little bit different. And they'll do that. So people need to know that they can get whatever they want.
That's nice. So it's kind of been a little evolution over.
Tell me I can't get anything else in the shop. I laugh.
Yeah.
Sure we get.
Well, you have this little Cafe de Vida stuff, like this little
Yeah.
powder. I mean, like I could not buy it. I had to order it from Amazon. It's literally twice the cost. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God. It's just like all these little things.
Most of the groceries that they've been added. Well, I work for Dillon's, which is part of Kroger Technique in this area for 15, 16 years. And then I worked for Food which was part of
Oh, yeah.
Walmart for 3 years before we bought the shop. And I ran meat markets, so when I had store meetings, you picked up stuff through osmosis a lot of times. I just listening to him talk about cratage, listening to him talk about the bakery. That's something somebody's string me up for not saying anything about. I needed to tell people about our bread. Our bread.
Yes.
Every piece of bread we sell is made here at shop.
Oh, goodness.
Anything.
Yeah.
Chris is my baker. Chris is the guy that comes up with all the bread recipes are Chris's. The food recipes are mine that I came up with. We kind of split some of the desserts. A lot of the desserts are Chris's. I've got a couple. These two are mine. Those two are mine.
Oh.
The pie recipes are my mother's. And that is something that we do a lot with now, is our bread. And it's right now we have Easter bread.
I know it's not.
Okay, that's from Town. That's my mother's recipe. It's a sweet bread. It's got raisins in it, and that was traditionally what you got to eat on Easter morning, and after you finished with Lent. And Chris can't keep it right now. And we've got a lot of friends from Town coming and getting Easter bread.
Yes,
But that's one of the things that is just strive for us. We sell a lot of sourdough, a lot of our French bread, and that type of stuff. It's just unbelievable how much bread we actually sell.
Well, I mean, this is just my own personal opinion, but I've had a really hard time finding, bread that I like.
Yeah.
Put it that way. And I was really impressed with your bread selection, particularly the sourdough, which is I don't do bread. I
don't understand it either. I'm learning. Like I said, learning through osmosis.
Yeah.
When I see some, I go, that's not right. Then I go, Chris, what do we need to do? I'm getting to where I can actually look at it and tell what's wrong. But now I'm learning.
That's quite a gift. That's quite an art.
My wife always says, you all just need to make candles now because you got the butcher and the baker and you need a candlestick right there.
That's so cute. I love it. That's great. That is so wonderful. Well, thank you again, Richard. Thank you for joining us today on the DixieCast podcast. The Sound of the South. And we'll see you next time for another heaping helping of Southern comfort for your ears.
Though the storm and its furies broke today, crushing hopes that we cherished so dear, though the clouds and storm will in time pass away, the sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side.